Okay, so the first film was sort of all about escape, but this one feels automatically bigger on a larger scale. Did it feel like that for you guys on set?
Yeah, straight away. I mean, the first one, we had 2 locations. We had the Glade and then the Maze, and that was really it. With this one, we moved around every week, and it did just feel bigger and like an adventure, and like we were really making a movie, and just, kind of vaster.
I mean, you said that you moved around every week, but on screen you move around sort of every
All
second.
the time,
It's relentless.
It's relentless. It's exhausting.
I mean, was it sort of the fittest you've ever been? It looked like it was a tough shoot.
It definitely, I mean, it's the toughest job I've ever done, physically speaking. We not only was it just a lot of running all day, we were also filming at altitude. We were in Albuquerque. It was very cold at night and then very hot in the day. It looks very quick, but we actually shoot one running shot 17 times. I think by the end of it, we'd all either fallen apart or were in the best shape of our lives.
Teresa has a real arc as well in this movie. Are you pleased to sort of get your teeth into something? Because in the first film, it's fair to say you probably didn't have as much to do as you did.
No, the reason I wanted to do these movies was because I knew that this storyline was coming up in the second one. And in the first one, it was great to introduce her, but she didn't really have anywhere to go. So for me to get to have this storyline was really exciting. It's something that I knew was coming and that I've been kind of working on and trying to understand and trying to build from the first movie. And I think and the third one as well will kind of evolve that even more.
I remember all the press sort of around the first one, and I was guilty of this. This franchise came out same time as the Insurgent franchise and Hunger Games, etc., etc. And it was always the comparison.
Yep.
Young adult.
Yep. And
you guys were all saying, no, it's completely different. And actually in this film, you really see how it is different. It feels like science fiction rather than...
It does, yeah. And I think that's what Wes brings to it and why we're so lucky to have him. And that was always his idea for it. The first movie had to be an adaptation of the novel. This one is his movie. He's really kind of, taken elements from the second and third books, mixed them up, chucked them out, and created this visual world that you really do get drawn into and you get lost in. He's really put effort into that. And I think a lot of the times with the other movies, they don't. They're kind of happy to just have the love story be the front of it. With ours, it really is the world.
And it's a scary world as well. I mean, I was actually quite scared at some
point.
Were
you? You're jumping?
It was scarier than I thought it was going to be, honestly. Yeah. I mean, how difficult is it getting that balance right? Because if you look at the fans outside today, they're all, 15, 16.
Yeah.
But it felt like it should be a scarier movie.
Yeah, we wanted to push it as close to the line as we could. And there was even a lot of stuff that we had to take out to get the 15 rating, or 12A. And Wes was really adamant of pushing it as far as he could, and he's not afraid to do that, and that's kind of what I really love about him, because it does need that balance. This world is terrifying for them, and if you want to root for them and you want them to survive, you have to know what they're really up against.
And just finally, you've obviously read ahead because you know what's happening with your character. I mean, should we, or do you think we should wait for the movie?
I think we should wait for the movie now. We're really trying to, put our own stamp on it and make it movies. That's what we set out to do in the first place. And I think that's kind of what was great about it. You can just enjoy the ride.